Hi, my name is Melissa. Today I'm presenting on how to revive your beliefs in democracy by Eric Luis gives ideas. In his 2019 TED Talk, Luis shared practical ways to restore faith in democracy to active citizenship. This topic is crucial because many of us feel disappointed with democracy due to issues like polarization and distrust. Let's dive into Louis' main ideas and see how we can apply them. Well, first, let's set the stage. Eric Louis' Tech Talk delivered in 2018 focused on reviving beliefs in democracy at a time when many people feel disconnected from the system. He argues that democracy isn't something that runs on his own. It requires our active participation. His message is especially relevant today as we face challenges like political polarization, where partitions divide makes collaboration hard, declining trust in institutions, and many questioning government integrity. And low voters turnout where too few people engage in elections. Louis' ideas offer a hopeful path forward, showing us how we can string democracy to our actions. Um, Louis starts with a powerful metaphor. Democracy is a garden, not a machine. Unlikely a machine that runs automatically, a garden needs constant care and thrive. For democracy, this means citizens must actively participate to keep it healthy. We can do this by voting in elections, joining public discussions, of getting involved in community initiatives. If we neglect this garden, Louis warned us that weeds like disturbs in leadership, corruption in government, and disengagement from the public will grow, weakening our democracy system. I love this metaphor because it reminds us that democracy depends on our effort. It's not something that we can take for granted. Next, Louise introduces the idea of a civic religion, a set of shared beliefs, of practices that unite citizens in a democracy. These practices introduce voting in election, engaging in respectful deliberations, and showing mutual respect even when we disagree. For example, we may sit down with someone from a different political party to discuss an issue calmly and make sure that we vote in every election, no matter how small. Louise says this civil religion transcends political divides, helping us find common ground and in a sense of purpose. I think this idea is powerful because it shows how we can build unity in a polarized world through simply shared actions. Louis then outlined three core practices to revive democracy through active citizenship. First, showing up. This means participating in civic life, like attending a local council meeting, voting in elections, or joining a community group. Second, building power through relationships. We can form networks of trust by connecting with neighbors or community members to create the change that we need, like organizing to improve a local park. And the third one is embracing civic characters. This involves cultivating virtues like empathy to understand others. This means understanding other views of humanity and admitting that we're wrong sometimes if we are, and communicating that help us to the common good over personal gain. These practices give us a clear road into getting involved and making a difference in our democracy. Something that is really important also is the power of small actions. Sometimes we think that small actions won't make a big impact, but if you put them all together, then for sure they will. One of my favorite ideas from Luis is the power of small actions. He believes that small actions, consistent effort by individuals can collectively renew faith in democracy. For example, you may organize a neighborhood meeting to discuss a local issue like traffic safety. Volunteers at the community center to support young programs or start a book club or encourage civil dialogue, civil talks or activities to make the environment better for the community. These actions create a change. When one person get involved, inspire the others to join the group, forcing hope and engagement. I find these ideas inspiring because it shows that even if we take small steps, that small step can lead us to a big change, making democracy feel more accessible and hopeful. Let's recap Louis Key's ideas. Democracy is like a garden that needs to actually be taken care of. A civic religion of shared practices unite us. Three core practices: showing up, building relationship, and embracing civic characters. Guide or participation and small actions create a big change. Louis' message is clear. We all have a role to play in reviving democracy. So there's my call to action. Take one step at a time this week to contribute to democracy renewal. You could attend a local council meeting to lead about communicating decisions, connect with your neighbors, and make a change. You can discuss a shared concern or volunteer in a civic group like a volunteer registration drive. Together, we can make a change or small actions can make democracy thrive. Thank you for watching. My name is Melissa.